السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Our topic for today is the goodness of paying debt from authentic Hadith. The goodness of paying debt from authentic Hadith. Now it was asked to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "You often seek refuge from debt and sin." And he said, if a man gets into debt. Now seeking refuge means seeking Allah's protection to prevent you from falling from problems that will make you even borrow. You see how perfect the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam is and was. Now he answered, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam answered, if a man gets into debt, he speaks and lies, and he makes a promise and breaks it. You can hear that. He makes a promise and break it. He speaks and lies. Did you ever imagine that? Yes, every debtor lies. Because immediately the person is coming, oh, sorry, I wanted to come and meet you. It's a lie. He never intend to go and meet him to explain anything. Oh, don't worry, tomorrow I'm expecting something. Don't worry, next week I'm expecting something. He knows he's not expecting anything. Now, it's a two-way thing. If you speak lies, in that lie, you have made a promise. For you to tell him you're expecting something next week means you have promised to pay next week. You're expecting something later in the day means you have promised to pay later in the day. You have promised to pay tomorrow, or you have promised to pay next tomorrow. Now, all of these are lies, and in the same vein, they are promises to pay. You have promised to pay back, and you know you're not going to pay at that moment. So they go hand in hand. Now the person comes back and you like, no, I did not get it. You were never expecting anything. You have broken your promise already. Now the Rasul Sallallahu, the most perfect of all human that have ever existed, says, and he makes promise and breaks it. He speaks and lies and makes promise and break it. So please avoid debt. Avoid it as much as possible. If possible, please don't do it. And when you fall into it, hasten to pay back. It is not the debt that is the problem, it's the paying back that is the problem. Some of us intentionally don't want to pay back. If you look at the source, this is Sunnah and Nasa'i, verse Hadith 5472, book 50, Hadith number 45. The next Hadith here says, يغفر للشهيد كل ذنب إلا دين. الدين إلا دين. Did you hear that? A shaheed who is ordinarily supposed to have all his sins expiated will be forgiven all his sin except debts. Do you want to fall into that trap? It's not only those that die in the front of in war fronts that die as shaheed. If you are able to say La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you have died as a pure soul, as a shaheed. If you are struggling to achieve knowledge and you die in the process on your way to achieve the knowledge, you have died as a shaheed. If you die in an accident, a ghastly motor accident or fire, and you die instantly in the process, you have died as a shaheed. Now, would you risk anything for that? Debt, this world that is temporary. The most painful and annoying thing is that some of us do it for fun. You hear someone says, he has money now. If he doesn't want to give me, this is how I will use style to be collecting it as debt, and I will not pay him back. He has. Allah knows that he was going to have and not give you. Yet the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the most perfect of all humanity, warned us against debt. Now, why do you want to go into what you have been warned against? This is Sahih Muslim. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, let me read the English now. All the sins of a martyr means someone that died in war front, are forgiven except debt. Now the next hadith says, any man who takes out a loan, debt, you collected somebody's money to borrow you that you will pay back. Having resolved, you have taken the loan, and in your mind, you're even telling yourself as you were taking the loan, hear it, having resolved not to pay it back, will meet Allah as a thief. وَلْيَعُوذُ بِاللَّهِ لَا حَوْلَ وَلَا قُوَّةَ إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ إِنَّا لِلَّهِ وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ رَاجِعُونَ. May we not fall into this. Do you want to face Allah as a thief? Do you really want this? I know no normal human being will want this, and we are all normal as Muslims, as human. So please, whether you're a Muslim or not, be human enough, because it is just sheer wickedness, especially when you have. Pay your debts, please. If you take a loan, pay it, because it will affect that person's business. If you buy something on credit, pay it. It will affect the business. The person's business will naturally run down. This is Sunan Ibn Majah, volume 3, hadith number 2410. And the last one I have for you here is, and your Lord treats no one with injustice. Your Lord treats no one with injustice. Your Lord treats no one. It says your Lord treats no one with injustice, which means you will be questioned for everything and anything you do that is not right. Whether it's right or not, you will account for them on the day of judgment. And I know you will not want all those things I told you that are the negative aspects of not paying debt. So may Allah assist us, may Allah save us from debt, and may Allah continue to increase us in health and in wealth. Wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.